Good evening, guys. Good evening, West Africa. Good afternoon in another part of the world. My name is Seyi Obasi, and I welcome you to today's webinar. If you can see me, you can hear my voice, please can you just say yes in the comments so I know that you can see me and you can hear my voice. Just say yes so that I can know I'm not talking to myself. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar. Some of you have been waiting for days, and finally, we are here. Isn't that cool? So if you can see and you can hear, please let me know in the comments. Just say yes in the comments. Yes, I can see. Yes, I can hear. And we'll just take it from there. Hello, everyone. Tell me your name, where you are joining from. Lots of you are from Nigeria, which is cool. I can see Kolawole from Enugu. Lots of you from different parts of the world. Cool. Oh, great. You can see me. Okay, we have Oladipupo from Lagos. Lots of Lagos people, lots of Nigerians. Thank you so much, guys. Today is such a wonderful day, and I know a lot of you have been waiting. We are in for a great time today because I'm literally going to be handing you the keys to a brand new life in Canada. Yeah, and that's why you've come. Okay, so a few ground rules. I'm going to start by making a presentation telling you about the Express Entry, which is what you came to learn about today. I urge you to pay attention because a lot of your questions will already be answered in the webinar. So please pay attention. Don't just be sending questions without listening. And then you have to subscribe to the channel for you to be able to comment or be able to ask a question. Please be respectful in the comments. Don't put any swear words. Don't abuse anybody. Don't, be insultive in the comments. It's not nice. Yeah, it's just not nice. So just try and behave yourselves. Yeah. So welcome everyone. I see a lot of Nigerians from Kaduna, from Enugu, from everywhere. Thank you so much. What about our people from Ghana, Cameroon, South Africa, Canada, the US? Where are you guys? Anybody from Cameroon, apart from Lagos and Badagry and Nigeria, which are my people, of course. Those ones, you have to be here. You don't have choice. Anybody from Ghana? Okay, welcome everyone. So we have a lot of things to do, so I'll just go straight to it and talk to us about the Express Entry, and then I'll come back and take our questions. Yeah. Oh, there's finally someone from Ghana. Daniel, welcome. Somebody from the UK, Winstar Cakes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So nice to see people. Africans outside Nigeria, please represent. There are Ghanaians here as well. Welcome, everybody. Today is a lovely day, April the 6th. I'm in Ontario now. It's a little after 2 p.m. and today is sunny, yeah, which is great. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Now, if your screen is not clear, which is possible, if your screen is not clear, please go out and come back, or just go to YouTube settings. That's where your picture is, and click play and performance. Then you choose AVI for SD under the AVI settings. It's on your screen. The instructions are on the screen now. So if your screen is not clear, that is what you should do. So there's something wrong with your settings, and that can happen when you join a YouTube live. Yeah. Apparently, what you will learn today will change your mindset. It will benefit you immensely. So please avoid any distractions. Put off Instagram and TikTok, and let the next 40 minutes be focused on what you are going to learn. It is so important. If you've made time to be here, then avoid all distractions and let's get started so that you can enjoy everything that you came here to enjoy. Yeah. So if you can see my screen and you can see welcome to today's webinar, let me know. If you can see welcome to today's webinar, let me know. Great. So let me take this off the screen. Awesome. Awesome. So once again, welcome everybody joining from all over the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for today's webinar. I have had the flu. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, but I did not want to cancel today's webinar because a lot of people have been waiting for it. And I too have been excited about it. So welcome to today's webinar. Today we're talking about the express entry secrets to move to Canada. That's the title of our webinar today. And I want to assure you that what you will learn today will benefit, excuse me, will benefit you immensely, especially if you want to move to Canada this year. So anybody that wants to move to Canada this year, this will benefit you immensely. Forgive me if I cough here and there. So like I said, I have the flu. I've been down for the past 3 days. This is the first time I'm actually sitting up in the last 3 days, but thank God that I have the strength to do this today. Okay, so who am I? For those who don't know me, my name is Seyi Obasi. I am a Nigerian and I live in Canada. I've lived in Canada for the past 6 years and I am a permanent resident. I actually came to Canada as an international student in 2018. Wow, 6 years ago. And I studied at Brock University and today I'm a permanent resident. Yeah, and I guide people, I teach strategies on different routes to move to Canada. I don't give immigration advice. This is basically for education and information purposes. And using my education, I've helped over 1,000 people. Yes, you heard that right. Over 1,000 people to relocate to Canada in the last few years. And my goal today is to help you to move to Canada as well. So, disclaimer, this is not immigration advice. It is so important for you to know that this is for education and information purposes. Please always make sure you visit the RCC website at canada.ca to get information about Canada immigration. Okay. So before we start, I have a favor to ask. I want to give you value and I want you to gain value. So I want you to remove all distractions, like turn off Instagram, turn off TikTok, get a notebook, pay attention, go into the toilet if you have to, hide yourself away, and make sure that you're interacting and engaging. Okay? Do we have a deal? Do we have a deal? If we have a deal, please let me know. If you're going to remove all distractions, stop looking at TikTok. That TikTok that you're looking at, stop looking at it. And Instagram, stop checking your emails. Pay close attention today. It's just a short but impactful webinar. So let's pay attention. We have a deal. Yes, lots of people say we have a deal. So I have your permission to move on. So today we're talking about the express entry secrets to move to Canada. So let me ask you, if you have an idea of what the express entry is, if you know what express entry is, type yes. I've said so many yeses. Yeah. Type yes if you know what express entry is. If you have no idea about the express entry, type no. I want to have an idea of the class of people that I'm talking to. You know what express entry is? Type yes. If you don't know what express entry is, you don't have any idea. You've probably been hearing express entry, but you have no idea what it is. Type no. We seem to have an equal number of yes and no. Some people say to some extent yes and no. So we have a mix of no and yeses, which is great. Now, for those who typed yes, tell me, what has been your biggest challenge with the express entry? I really want to know. Those who typed yes, you have an idea of what the express entry is. You probably have tried it before. What has been your biggest challenge, or what have you heard people say is their biggest challenge with the express entry? I'm going to wait. Type it in the comments. What has been your biggest challenge with the express entry? Someone said funds. Funds. Somebody said age. Somebody said IELTS. I've been waiting for that one. My goodness, if you didn't put IELTS, I would have been like, what is this? Somebody said CRS scores, Canadian experience. Canadian experience? How? Someone said proof of funds. IELTS, CRS score, a lot of CRS scores and IELTS. That exam, eh? That exam. Well, yeah. So these are some of the biggest challenges. Someone says documentation and all of that. Great. So these are the typical biggest challenges of all of you here. And let's see if it matches with the challenges that I have here. So challenges that people have had with the express entry, I always ask people, what is your challenge with the express entry when I talk to them? People say I am too old. I heard it won't work for me. Age, I'm too old. Or someone will say, God, I have to do the IELTS. People are scared of that exam, IELTS. Some people say, must I learn French? Someone said I tried, other people say I've tried to create a profile, it just didn't work. Or CRS score, the CRS score challenge. My CRS score is only 350. There's no hope for me. Some people will think that their education Someone says, oh, I have only ND. Will it work for me? Or I'm a student in Canada. Some people think because they are students in Canada, it will not work for them. I've heard people also say that the express entry is too complicated. It's too complex. They don't know how to navigate it. Yeah, it seems just too complex for them. And some people don't even know how to start. I've had people say, yeah, I've heard about the express entry, but I don't even know where to start. So these are the basic challenges that I have seen that people have with the express entry. So if you have any of these challenges, you've talked about it in the comments, or you don't even know what they are talking about when they talk about CRS score, or you have any other question, you need to stay to the end of this webinar so that you can get clarity on all of this. Some people say they can't create profile. They don't know how to even create a profile. Yeah, so stay till the end so that you get clarity. Now, this webinar will benefit those who know about the express entry and even those who don't know about the express entry. So it doesn't matter whether you know about the express entry or you don't know, everybody is going to benefit from it. And at the end of this webinar, you will know what next to do to take advantage of the express entry to move to Canada. And I'm also going to give you 2 amazing bonuses at the end of the webinar, but you have to stay till the end. It's not going to be long, trust me. You have to stay till the end for you to get these 2 bonuses. And these 2 bonuses is going to address 2 of the biggest challenges that you have mentioned today. You'll be amazed. It's going to address 2 of these challenges. So why am I talking about the express entry, or why am I recommending the express entry to you today? The express entry is Canada's main pathway for economic immigration. It means that this is the main way or the main route that Canada is using to bring people into Canada for economic immigration. Economic means those people that can work in Canada, those people that can affect the economy positively. This is the number 1 way, and it started in 2015. Yeah, the express entry. Canada plans to welcome nearly 1.5 million new immigrants between 2024 and 2026. So this year, 2024, 485,000, and 2025 and 2026, Canada plans to bring in 500,000 each for those years. This is like 1.5 million, which is a massive amount, yeah? Massive amount of people. And you could be one of these new immigrants. And I want to show you how. That's 1.5 million people in the next 3 years. I don't see any reason why you cannot be one of those 1.5 million people. And I want to show you how you can be one of them. But even more importantly, I want to make sure that you are not like one of these people. I'm going to show you a set of people. I don't want you to be like them. Now, these are 6 people, which is like a snapshot of a lot of people that I've met recently who are who have been bombarded. Yeah, all of them had good intentions. They started the express entry, but they ended up with regrets. And the most painful thing is that they ended up with regrets from avoidable errors. They worked hard for many months. They put together the application, they created a profile, did all of that. They even asked their hash uncle, Uncle Mike, for money for their proof of funds. They have already started dreaming about Canada because they had an express entry profile. They felt they were doing well, but they made avoidable errors that lost them their chance at Canada permanent residence. The express entry is one of those routes that is almost merciless, if I can say. Yeah, because it's time based, it's age based, it's so many things based, it's score based. So if you make a mistake in the express entry, it's a big mistake. It's either you might not get a chance again, or you might have to go and start all over again. So that's the story of these people, and I don't want you to be like them. Yeah. Instead, I want you to be like these other people. Instead of being like this one, I want you to be like these ones. Now, these are people who created the express entry profile and who got nominated. Yeah, you can just take some time to read. These are testimonials sent by people. This, the one on the right, a registered nurse that got nominated. The one on the left, somebody else that got nominated. There was a draw that day. The draw was between 352 and 421, and this person was picked. Yeah. These are more testimonials from people in the express entry who got nominated, who are just like you, who also were confused, but they created a profile and today their stories are different. These are the kind of people that I want you to be like. I want you to have these kind of testimonials. I want your story to change in the same way these people's stories changed. Yeah. Now, today I want to share with you the same strategies that these successful people used to succeed at the Express Entry, which you can use as well. Yeah, it's not rocket science. You can use it as well. Yeah, is this something that you're interested in? I mean, you're here, so I hope that that is something you're going to be interested in. If this is something you're interested in, please can you type I am? Remember that we promise that we'll engage. If this is something you're interested in, you want to know how to not be like the people who are frustrated, but you want to be like the people who are sending in testimonials. Okay. If that is you, say I am. Amazing. So many I ams are coming in. So first of all, let me tell you what the express entry is. What is the express entry? Like I said before, it's Canada's system to bring for economic migration. It is a system that oversees three federal Canadian economic immigration programs. There's the Federal Skilled Workers Program, the Canadian Experience Class or the CEC, and the Federal Skilled Trades Program. Today, we're concentrating on the first one, the Federal Skilled Workers Program, right? All these three programs have different eligibility criteria and requirements. Yeah. And you have to meet those eligibility criteria and requirements for you to be successful. Today, we're looking at the Federal Skilled Workers Program, the FSWP. It is not a lottery system. I've seen so many people ask me, does Canada have a lottery system? And I've seen all those, those things that are moving around on social media where they say Canada has a lottery system. Canada does not have a lottery system. And the express entry is not a lottery system. It is not. It actually has a process. It has a step-by-step process, and I'm going to share the process with you now. So this is the step-by-step process of the express entry. I've broken it down into 10 simple steps, and I'm going to share them with you. Excuse me. Number one is you create an express entry profile. This is absolutely free. You don't pay any money to do that. After you create an express entry profile, you get a CRS score. CRS score that a lot of people have said is a challenge for them. You get a CRS score. IRCC, which is a Canadian immigration, holds an express entry draw. Usually they used to hold it every 2 weeks, but now they just hold the draw anytime they like, right? But they hold draws at least once every month. Now, if your CRS score is up to the minimum cutoff point, you will receive an invitation to apply for permanent residence. It's called an ITA. Yeah, you'll receive an ITA. Now, when you receive the ITA, you have a certain number of days, it's usually 60 days, to submit your documents to RSCC. After you submit your documents, RSCC processes your PR application. That usually takes an average of 6 months. And if you are successful, you receive your confirmation of permanent residence or the COPR. Yeah, that confirms that yes, you've been successful, you are now a permanent resident, and then you are able to come to Canada and get your permanent residence card. Yeah, which is your card that shows that you're a permanent resident. It is an actual card that shows permanent residence. And with this card, you are free to reside in Canada permanently. You are free to live, work, and study in the country as you please. And after a certain number of years, you can apply for citizenship. That is the simple 10-step process of the express entry. It is not a lottery. You can see I didn't say anything about lottery in this 10-step process. That is just a 10-step process. Now, note, you do not need a job to qualify. I didn't say anything about job. If you get a job, it's fine, but you don't need a job to qualify. You are also not disqualified based on age. Some people said age is a problem. Now, you get points for age, but you are not disqualified just because of age. That doesn't happen. Yeah. So you can be any age, can be in your 40s, 50s, and still able to create an express entry profile. You might not get the CRS points, but you can create a profile. It does not matter what your academic degree is in. So it doesn't matter whether you studied business administration or you studied geology. Yeah, it doesn't matter. RCC is not picking you based on the degree that you studied. They are picking you based on your professional experience. That's your knock code. What job you have worked at or what role you have worked at. That's what they are picking based off, and you can live anywhere in Canada. If you are picked as a federal express entry candidate, you can live anywhere in Canada. You can live in Alberta, you can go to Ontario, wherever it is that you have friends or you like, you can go live there. Now, there are some new exciting updates about the Express Entry that started in the summer of 2023. And as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the most exciting thing about the Express Entry, or the new Express Entry, I like to call it, the new Express Entry. Now, before June of 2023, if you create a profile and you are in the pool, Canada invites everyone based on their CRS scores. It doesn't matter what your work experience or occupation is, yeah? So that means that it doesn't matter whether you're a nurse or a doctor or a manager, Canada does not discriminate in terms of who they are inviting. So long as your CRS points have reached the cutoff, you will be invited. Yeah. However, after June of 2023, Canada introduced the category based draws. Now, this is a game changer for a lot of people in the Express Entry, because these category based draws are targeted at specific professional experience that are in demand in Canada. They are also targeted at people who have French language ability. So if you can speak French, you can write French, and you've done the French exam, you have a very high chance in these category based draws, okay? Which is the new kind of draws that Canada is doing. They are targeting specific professional experience and people who can speak French. And the beautiful, beautiful thing about this is that, yeah, these are the people that they are targeting, people that fall under these 6 categories. People who have work experience in healthcare, science, tech, engineering, and mathematics are STEM professions. People who are in the trades, you can just snap this page if you want, so that you can know the category of people that Canada is prioritizing. People who have skills in trades such as carpenters, plumbers, are contractors, people who work in transport, and people who work in agriculture and agri-food. And also, they are they are targeting those who have strong French language proficiency. Now, it doesn't mean that if you don't fall under these 6 categories, you don't have a chance. You still do. So Canada has 2 types of draws. They have the general draws where they pick anybody here. They still do those draws on a regular basis. They also have the French language, they also have the category based draws where they pick people based on one of these, occupation categories or the French language. Okay. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to the next slide and tell me what you notice. Yeah? Tell me what you notice in this next slide. Now, these are draws, Express Entry draws that have been done since January of 2024 up until March 26th when I prepared the slides. Yeah, and tell me what you notice. Look at where the arrows are pointing. If you notice anything, just leave it in the comments. Let me see if anybody notices. Yeah, before I explain what it is that you should be seeing here. Excuse me. Sorry. I have a cold, but I'll be fine. So, does anybody notice anything? Someone says it's not clear. Okay, anyway. Oh, I'm so sorry that it's not clear. So, what is on this slide is the CRS scores for the draws that have been done recently. Now, if you look at these draws, you will see that the general draws are like 500 and something points, which is really high. It's too tiny to see. I'm so sorry. So the general draws are like 500 and something. But if you look at the category-based draws, there are draws that are as low as 336. Yeah, there's a French draw here that is 336. There's transport occupations draws that was done in March. It is 430. Yeah, there was a French language draw done on March 26, 338. There was also a healthcare occupations draws that was done in February. It was 422. Yeah. Now, what this means, guys, what this means is that candidates who have a low CRS score, maybe you say, oh, I'm 45, oh, I'm 50, my CRS score is too low. Even if your CRS score is too low for a general draw, you may still have a chance at getting an express entry invitation to apply if you are eligible under the category-based selection, or if you have French proficiency. For example, let's say you are a registered nurse, yeah, and you are 42 years old, 43, 45, whatever, and you've created a profile You've created your profile, but somehow your profile is what, 400 or 410. Yeah, and you can see that the general draws is like 500 and something. You still have a chance because you are in one of those occupations. Yeah, you're in one of those occupations. You can still get a chance at a draw, and this is really exciting. I think that this is the most exciting thing about the express entry that started last year. So you don't have to give up hope because you feel that, oh, my CRS score is too low, I'm too old. No way. You still have a chance at express entry. And if you can speak French, my goodness, just go and take the French exam and give yourself a chance at express entry. Also, very importantly, this one is also as important as the last point. You can get provincial nomination if you are in the express entry pool. So, provincial nomination means that a province in Canada actually picks you from the pool and says, we want you to come to our province. For example, you might be in the express entry pool and you have a CRS score of maybe 400, yeah? And of course, the points are too high in the general draws. And a province, let's say Ontario, is looking for people in, I don't know, business administration, people who have been food managers or whatever, and they can come to the pool and they will pick. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that your scores are not up to the general draws. They can pick you. CRS is comprehensive ranking score. People are asking what is CRS. CRS is the comprehensive ranking score. That is the score that you get when you get into the pool. It's a comprehensive ranking score. Okay. Why are you people asking for that slide? Which slide? You want to see this slide? People are asking for this slide. Yeah. Good. So a province in Canada can nominate you. And if a province nominates you, you get an automatic additional 600 points. That will almost guarantee you an ITA in the next draw. There's no how you get 600 points. Even if your point was 200 before, 600 plus 200 is 800. There's no how you will not get nominated when there's another draw. Yeah. It is only those that are in the express entry pool that can actually get nominated through the express entry. Now, you can also apply for a nomination directly to the province you wish to reside by submitting an expression of interest. For example, if you want to live in Saskatchewan, for example, you can send them an expression of interest and you can do that on their website. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this because I don't want to spend too much time on the presentation. I want to get to the question and answer and take a few questions and answer and then show you guys what to do next. Now you're asking, am I eligible? That's the next thing. Okay, fine, Shay, you've talked about express entry, all these good things. Am I eligible? That's the next question. Now you need to check your eligibility. You need to check that you're eligible. And how would you know? You must meet the minimum requirements for the program. So the Federal Skilled Workers Program has its own minimum requirements. You must meet those requirements. You must have at least 1 year of full-time or equivalent work experience in the last 10 years in a skilled qualifying occupation. You must pass the English or the French test, or you can do a combination of those, the two of them. So if you know English and French, you can do both. You give yourself more chances if you do both, or you can do just the English or just the French. If you schooled outside of Canada, you must do your education credential, popularly known as WES, but you can also use ICAS. There are so many other organizations that do the ECA, but you must do that. And you must have sufficient settlement funds based on the number of your family members. These are the things that you must have in addition to meeting the minimum requirements for the program, the minimum requirements for the Federal Skilled Worker Program, which is the one that most of us here will qualify for. Now, why should you bother about the express entry? Why am I talking about the express entry? The benefits of the express entry is the fastest route for you to become a Canada permanent residency. Now, if you get a job in Canada or you come as a student, you can still become a Canada permanent resident. You still have a route to permanent residency, but express entry is the fastest. You become an express entry as soon as you land in Canada. You become a permanent resident, sorry, as soon as you land in Canada. You also have a chance to become a Canadian citizen after you've met the requirements in terms of the number of days you have stayed in Canada. You have access to Canadian health care and education. You have a right to live and work in Canada. You have the freedom to start a business. Your children get free education and tax-free monthly payments. who are your children below 18 years of old. And there's many, many other benefits that you get in Canada. Most important and sweetest one of it is that you are on a route to citizenship. You get a Canadian passport, which gives you access to over 100 countries visa free. For those who like to travel, you can just stand up and enter the country. Stand up and go to the US. You don't need a visa, which is really exciting. Yeah. Um, Now, how do you navigate the express entry? Navigating the express entry can feel like going through a maze. It is very confusing. I have been through this, so I know. I'm not just talking textbook. This is a process that I myself have been through. I'm a permanent resident, so I know that navigating it can seem like going through a maze. You can easily make a mistake if you don't know what you're doing. That can thwart your chances if you don't pay attention to little details, yeah, and you don't give them the required documentation. You can make a mistake that can thwart your chances, and you don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want that for you. I don't want you to be like one of these people who went through so much wahala, yeah, and at the end of the day, their express entry application was denied for just something silly that they could have addressed. Maybe they couldn't get a police report, or maybe the employer couldn't give them a reference. They didn't know what to do, and they didn't know how to address it. I don't want that for you. Now, I've been talking for like 30 minutes. So are we still awake? Are you still gaining value? Have you gaining value so far? And should I go on? Please let me know you're still, if you're still awake, say awake, awake, awake. I've just been talking, talking, talking. If we're still here, we're still awake, and we've gained some value so far. We are awake. Yes, yes, yes. I can see so many yes awake. And I can go on. Awesome, awesome. So, like I said before, I have been through this process. I have guided others like you through this process. I have seen a lot of people being confused about this process. It is just awesome. Like, people are so confused and scared about the express entry. Well, I can help you. And how can I do that? I can reduce your stress. Yeah, the stress that this express entry wahala gives people. How do I create a profile? What do I put in the profile? What if they say this? What if they say that? Yeah, I can show you how to go about it from A to Z, from the beginning to the end, in a step-by-step way. Yeah, if you go to YouTube and start typing how to go to Canada Express Entry, you will get so many videos, but they are not step by step, and they do not explain it to you in the best way that you need to go. So you don't need to be jumping around from Musa to Toby's YouTube page. Yeah, everything is here for you step by step. Everything you need to know about the express entry, and a step by step guide. Would you like me to tell you more about the kind of guidance that I can provide to you with the express entry? Yeah, so that you don't get into errors. A lot of people are confused and all of that. Go on. Okay, so I should go on. And are you willing to, this one is very important. Are you willing to commit to what I want to show you? If you see value in it. Only if you see value in it. If you don't see value in it, you don't have to commit. But if you see value in what I'm about to show you, are you willing to commit? You must say yes or no. Yes or no. Excuse my voice. I'm so sorry. So, yes or no. So many yes. How can I visit Canada? We're not talking about visiting Canada now. So I want to introduce you to what I've called the Express Entry Masterclass. It is a step-by-step express entry guide. You can see the name Masterclass. It's actually a masterclass that can take you from the A to the Z of the express entry. It's a comprehensive and detailed guide that will assist you in preparing and submitting a Canada Express Entry profile and an application that is void of errors. You don't want errors in your profile. You don't want errors in your application. Some people have created profile that they can't submit because the thing will not even allow them to submit because of errors. Now, if you ignore these strategies here, you might hate yourself later. And you don't want to do that. Yeah, so you get lifetime access to complete step-by-step tutorials with checklists, templates, sample documents, all designed to make your express entry process as effortless as possible. Who doesn't want that? As effortless as possible, while giving you the tools you need to ensure your application gets approved the first time. because they are rarely second chances. I've seen a lot of people who got an ITA a few years ago, they messed it up. Until today, they've not been able to come to Canada because they missed that chance. Yeah. So you don't want to miss the chance. You don't want to miss your first chance because there might not be a second chance. Now, in this masterclass, so many of the challenges that you talked about, you learn how to increase your chances of getting an ITA, how to properly complete your profile, how to create it, how to complete it, how to select your proper knock code. Yeah. So the knock code is the one that identifies your occupation, which is so important because the CRS scores, and then you are picked out of the express entry pool based on your knock code. So it's very important that you're able to pinpoint and select the right knock code. Some people have been refused because they selected the wrong knock code. I think that's one of the highest reasons too of people's applications being refused. Wrong knock code. Yeah. You don't want to do that. How to increase your CRS scores and your IELTS scores. Yeah, IELTS that is giving you wahala. We have a module in this masterclass that will show you how to increase your scores. Yeah. What do you do if you cannot meet certain requirements? Of course, you might not even be able to meet every requirement when you receive that invitation to apply. So what do you do? Yeah, if you cannot meet those requirements, we touch on this also in the masterclass. What do you do if you don't have sufficient funds? Yeah, so for example, they say, oh, you must have 20,000, for example. You don't have it. What can you do? We talk about that as well, and how you can prepare your letter of explanation in case you want to explain something about your application that you want the visa officer to know. How do you do that? We show you how to do all of this and so much more. I've not been able to put in everything here, but these are some of the things that you get to learn. Now, let's take a peek inside the masterclass. I just want to show you a peek. So we have about 18 modules and more. We have a bonus session, and we go from talking about provincial nomination to language test, your eligibility, which a lot of people have a problem with. How do you know if you're eligible? What if you created a profile and saying you're not eligible? How do you check? How do you upload your documents? How do you complete your profile? Your dependent family, how do you prove that they're your family? Yeah, proof of funds, job offers, police clearances, yeah, your education, change of name. Some people have complicated spousal relationship. They marry traditionally. How do you address that? If you marry traditionally, you don't even have anything. Some people don't even have pictures, yeah? We also have document checklists, samples, templates, letters, all of that. That's everything you need to guide you A to Z on the Express Entry is in the Express Entry Masterclass. Yeah. Now, you also get this bonus. I talked a lot about the provincial nominee program. This is also one of the arm of the Express Entry because you can also get nominated in the Express Entry by province. You can also get nominated by province outside the Express Entry. So we give you the ABC of the Canada Provincial Nominee Program is a bonus for this masterclass. The details of the different provinces in Canada, the easiest provinces to get a provincial nomination from. Who doesn't want to know that, right? And how to go about getting a provincial nomination to apply for permanent residence. So sometimes you have to apply to the province, like I said. Sometimes you just have to be in the Express Entry pool, and this bonus is going to show you how that works, how all that provincial nominee program works. Yeah. So a quick snapshot of what you're getting in the Express Entry Masterclass, a step-by-step guide you can follow. It's simple, it's easy. You and your family can come to Canada at last. All the benefits of permanent residency are getting in as an Express Entry person, and a chance to avoid mistakes in your Express Entry application. You also get the Canada Provincial Nominee Program Guide. Okay. Yeah. So price, how much do you need to invest? Because it's not a matter of cost. How much do you need to invest to get the Express Entry Masterclass? It is such a detailed program that it should be priced at God knows what, maybe $500. Yeah. But you get it for a paltry 60,000 naira or $130 or Ghana cedis 2,000 or CFA 77,973. That is only how much you need to invest. And if you want to start right away, you need to simply ask for a purchase link from the affiliate that invited you today. Now, this is the most affordable. I can beat my chest and say it's the most affordable and highly valuable Express Entry guide you can find. It is practical. It is updated. Sorry, and it shows you what to do so that you are not confused on the next step to follow. Yeah, some people are confused, and I can know how confusing it is because the whole thing is just there in front of you. You don't know what to do, but this is going to break it down for you. And guess what? You can be doing this alongside study in Canada. So if you have the study in Canada package, you're trying to get to study in Canada, you can also be in the express entry pool. You can be a student and still create an express entry profile and get permanent residence. And guess what? You stop paying international student fees. So even if you're in Canada as an international student, you create an express entry profile, you are invited, and you get your permanent residence, you stop paying those international student fees. Yes, they switch you over to the permanent residence fee, which is very small compared to international student fees. Yeah. So even if you are searching for a job in Canada, or you are studying or you plan to study, you can do this alongside with it. When I was trying to come to Canada, I was doing everything. I had an express entry profile. I was looking for a job and I was trying to study. I did not leave any stone unturned. Yeah, that's how you know that I was obsessed with coming to this Canada. So you have to be as obsessed as that. Don't say, oh, but I'm already trying to study in Canada. I'm a student. I'm a this. You have to try the express entry as well, because have you seen what is happening in Canada recently? The policies are changing every month. Yeah, every month they come up with something else. So you don't want any policy change to catch you. Yeah. And I'm also going to give you two special bonuses, like I said, two special bonuses. Number one bonus is something that has to do with the category based draws. Now, do you know that to be eligible for the occupation categories, that's those special draws, you must have worked in an eligible job for at least 6 months? Only 6 months in the last 3 years, which means that today you can go and get a job that qualifies you in the occupation category, that occupation category, and then in the next 6 months, you can qualify for the category based draws. Yeah, you just need 6 months of work experience, unlike the general draws where you need 1 year of work experience. I am going to give you the list of the jobs that are available for the category based draws. The job, the knock code. Yeah, so there are so many jobs that are eligible, so many. Yeah, I'm going to give you the list. It's not just about STEM or maybe agriculture. I'm going to give you the names of the roles, what the jobs are, what the knock code are, so that you can go and check out, oh, this is what the job does. So if you qualify, you can go and get a job, yeah, in one of those categories. And after 6 months, it will qualify you for the category based draws. Yeah, if you get the express entry before by Tuesday, April 9th, midnight on Tuesday, April 9th, midnight West African time, I am going to send you this. You don't need to do anything. It's going to be sent to those who purchase by April 10th. Yeah, by email. Now, the second bonus that you get is for IELTS. A lot of people have complained that IELTS is a wahala. How do I pass IELTS? Yeah. I did IELTS and I got the highest score. I think I got 8.5, and I only just did it that once. Yeah, so I'm going to share with you two websites to practice with that can help you pass the IELTS exams. You don't need any other website. Just take these two websites that I'm going to share with you, work with just these two websites, and you can pass your IELTS with high scores. You also need to get the Express Entry Masterclass by Tuesday, April 9th, for you to qualify for these two bonuses. It will be sent to you on April 10th. You don't need to harass anybody for it. It will be sent to you via email. Okay, those are those two bonuses, and in the masterclass we give you strategies and tips to increase your scores in the IELTS. Now, getting a very high score in the IELTS will help your CRS scores a lot. You will be surprised what just 0.5 can do for your scores. It will skyrocket your scores. So you want to try and get the best scores for your IELTS. Okay. Now, these two bonuses alone are worth over 100,000. $100, not 100,000. I wonder why you're not getting your own masterclass now. These two alone are worth over $100, and you're paying just $136 for the masterclass. Now, most of us here have phones that are worth more than 75,000, which is small money. Some people say, are even using iPhone 12, maybe 13. Yeah, and they paid a lot of money for it. And if that phone spoils today, you will look for money under the rock to repair it. How much more? How much more something that has the potential to change your life, your family's life, and help you to move to Canada? It's a one-time investment. You get lifetime access. You can use it anytime you want, and you can get those two bonuses if you make that investment before Tuesday, April 9th. It's so much cheaper than your phone, yeah? It's so much cheaper than your iPhone 12 or iPhone 13 that you have. Now, you created time to be here today because this is an important topic for you. It's not important, it's not easy to leave what you're doing, jump on a webinar, spend your data, spend your time, except it is important. So that's why you're here. So I assume you are willing to invest in your goal or in your dream. And the Express Entry is one of the best routes to permanent residency in Canada. Policies are changing. I don't need to tell. In fact, we have even been saying what is going on with Canada. Every month they come up with one new policy or the other, trying to reduce the number of people that are coming to Canada, trying to help, with the housing and all of that. Yeah, they've talked about study, they've talked about temporary residence. Only God knows whether the next announcement will be about express entry. Yeah, so you want to get yourself locked in before any more policies are changing so that it doesn't affect you negatively. Okay? Just imagine, I just want to imagine. Let's say you just believed in the express entry, you went ahead and created an express entry profile, and you're just going about your life, and one day you see an email in your inbox, and that's how it happens. You just be doing normal, and there's one day you just open your email and there's an email there. It's an invitation to apply for permanent residence. I mean, as I'm talking, I'm remembering my own experience when one day I just opened my email and I'm like, RCC, I sent you a message. It was an invitation to apply for permanent residence. It is unbelievable. You cannot imagine the feeling that you will get when you get that email. It's a feeling that can make you it make you feel high, like you took something. I don't want to mention the name. Like you took the C thing or the M thing. Yeah, it makes you feel high. So you can imagine that kind of feeling. So you put in your application, and you and your family are finally granted Canada permanent residence, and you are able to travel to Canada. So um, just imagine. Really, just imagine it. It could happen for you. It happened for me. It's happened for a lot of people. Give yourself the chance so that it can happen for you. Now, this is how to make payments. You get a link from the affiliate or whoever invited you here today. You click the link to pay. After payment, you'll be sent a confirmation email and a registration link. You fill out your name and your email address. The same email address that you used to make the purchase should be the same email address you fill out to join the course. You wait for approval, which is usually from 2 to 24 hours max. You click to access the course. You go through the modules, you take action, and we provide support if you need clarification. You can take a snapshot of this screen if you want so that you can know the steps to take by the time you make payments. Okay, this is simple steps. Yeah. Now, thank you to all those who have made payments and those who will make payment before April 9th. You can make payment after April 9th, yeah, but if you want to get the two bonuses that we talked about, you need to make this investment. I don't want to call it payment. Make an investment by April 9th. You have made the best decision regarding getting your Canada permanent residence if you do make that investment, and you will not regret it. So don't miss out on this opportunity. The Canada Express Entry Masterclass will save you from feeling helpless, from wasting time, wasting money. People have been on this journey for 5 years. They haven't made any progress. Yeah, they've just been giving one agent or the other money, looking for who will help them, and they've just been spending money. They haven't moved anywhere. But tell them to come and do express entry now to invest and start making decisions and actions on their own. They will not. You keep giving agents money. Well, I wish you the best if you continue to do that. This is an affiliate product. So if you are invited by someone, ask that person to show you how you can get your own masterclass. If you are in a group or a broadcast list, they would have sent you the link. So make sure you go get the link, invest so that you can get your own bonuses. Yeah. So like I said, nobody knows what will happen in the near future. Nobody knows whether the price of the Express Entry Masterclass will increase or whether getting Canada Express Entry through the will become harder. Yeah, you don't know. So try and make your leap now and try and make your move now. Okay, thank you very much, guys. All the best, and I will take your questions now. Thank you so much for listening. Wow. So thank you, guys. So we're done with the webinar. If you have a question, this is the time to type your question. Make sure it is of a general nature. Don't come and tell me I have agriculture, I have a BSc in agriculture. Do I qualify? I won't know, right? Just ask your questions. Make sure it is of a general nature. Okay? I'll start taking your questions. Reach out to the person who invited you. They will share the purchase link with you at this point. Okay, let's take some questions. Let's take some questions. Type your questions. Make them of a general nature, and we'll take just about what? We'll take questions for the next 10 minutes, and then we're going to have to stop so that people can go do what they want. Okay. Let's start with oh my god. Okay, someone says, I can't find the question anymore. What is the minimum score for the express entry? What is, I've seen it. What is the minimum score for the express entry? The minimum score is a score of 6 in all the modules. So reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So you must get at least 6 in each of them for you to qualify. So if you got 7, 8.5, 7, and you now got 5.5, you don't qualify. You must have at least 6 in all of them. And the only one you can use is the IELTS General or CELPIP. You can't use UKVI, you can't use PTE, you can't use any other thing. You must use only the Express Entry General, not academic, and CELPIP. That's it. I know a lot of people will ask, so that's why I'm saying it. Express Entry, you must use the IELTS General or CELPIP. Excuse me. Okay, so Kennedy is asking, is there any medical challenge that can prevent someone from applying? So doing a medical test is part of applying for the Canada Express Entry. It's part of coming to Canada to even study, yeah? So Canada wants to make sure that you're not coming in with a medical condition that will drain their taxpayers' money. So yes, you can be disqualified based on medical. I cannot tell you the particular medical condition. You have to do medicals, and the doctors will determine whether you qualify or not. So I can't talk about medicals. I'm not a doctor. Yeah, that's what the medical exams are for. But yes, you can be disqualified based on medical. So if you have the Canada Jackpot system, it's a different program. It's different. So if you want this one, you would have to make an investment for this one as well. It's not the same thing. How do I know the program that I qualify for? That's why you need to get a masterclass. You need to check your eligibility, find out if you qualify. Excuse me. It is 60,000. How much in naira? It is 60,000. So Asabe, Yuri Asabe, how do I make payment? No one invited me. So can you tell us how you found out about the express entry, about this webinar, if no one invited you? Okay, I like this question. Can a husband and wife apply at the same time? Yes, absolutely. So a husband and a wife can each create an express entry profile. Each of them can apply. So whoever it is that gets invited, it will still cover the entire family. Yeah. So it is for yourself and your family. So so yes, a husband and wife can apply separately. Let's see. You came across it on Facebook. Someone says I came across it on Facebook. On which person's profile now? Which person's profile did you see it on? Uh, I saw one question that I like. Someone says, "Can O level apply?" I saw it, but I can't find it again. Yes. So even if you have an O level, I don't know what you mean by O level. I assume you mean a high school diploma. Yeah. So yes, if you have a high school diploma, you need to also do an education credential for it. Yeah. And if your education credential result shows that it is equivalent to a high school diploma in Canada, yes, you can create a profile. You can create a profile. Can I still apply for express entry after I was refused a study visa? Yes, you can. As an international student, yes, you can apply for express entry. I already said that during the I said that during the presentation. How to create a profile. Robots, that's why you need the masterclass. We teach it there, how to create a profile. I can't be talking about how to create a profile here. Yeah, that is a completely whole class on its own, and we don't have the time. So you need to get the masterclass if you don't know how to create a profile. So if you met the class halfway, you need to go and start from the beginning. Yeah. The webinar is available for you. The live is available. Go and start from the beginning so that you can know what we're talking about. So you don't need to evaluate all of your credentials. There's a way your credentials will be. You might need to evaluate all, but you might just need to evaluate the highest. Yeah. So it depends on the credentials. Yeah. In the masterclass where we talk about education qualification, we also are able to let you know, depending on the credentials you have, if you need to verify one or more of your education credentials. Mhm. Oh God. Yes, this is recorded. Uh this is recorded. It is recorded so you can always go and you can always go and watch it again. How much is the master class? Are you just coming? It's 60,000 naira, $136. I saw the advert on Instagram. So for there to be an advert on Instagram, somebody advertised. Who was that person? A lot of you are asking questions that I've already answered. So I cannot list it. So you would have to go back and listen to it again. How much do I need for me and my two children? So Express Entry has the amount of money you need, the breakdown. It is in the Express Entry Masterclass. It is also on the Canada website. You can go check it out. Mhm. So the IELTS has a validity of 2 years. So if you took IELTS in 2019, it has expired. If you took IELTS in 2022, it will expire this year. So it is for 2 years. So when you take it, you should realize that it will expire in 2 years and you have to take it again. So Tochi, it is not compulsory that a husband and wife should take the English proficiency test, but it is advisable. Yeah. If both of you don't want to take it, fine. But if both of you take it, it will increase your scores. Mhm. Oh, of course. Loresha, a single person can apply. Why not? Express entry is for, it doesn't discriminate against singles now. Even if you're single, you can apply for express entry. It's not just for family people. And there's no discounts. The people asking for discounts, there's none. Um, So amazing question, Anita. Can you help with the application and guidance if I'm to get the masterclass? So that is what the masterclass is. It is a guidance, yeah? It is help with your application. Now, if you're looking for you want to pay more money for me to help you with the application, even though I've provided a guide. If you give me more money for you to help you, I will help you. Yeah. So if you want to pay more for me to help you, I can. But the express entry takes you step by step. You can do it all by yourself. Um, so people asking this kind of question, can a security personnel apply? Can a nurse apply? Can a this apply? That is why you need the master class. You will be able to find out if your own job qualifies, and we'll show you how to do that. Yeah, I talked about the NOC, the National Occupation Classification. It depends on your job, your occupation. You would be able to know if it qualifies or not. So just asking me here, I can't say. Okay. Excuse my voice. says, can a father come with his children and no wife? Why? Why do you want to come with the children and you don't have a wife? Is it that you don't have a wife, or you want to remove your wife from the application? Ask the question better. Um, Even if you are processing a visit visa, Victor, you can still do the express entry. I talked about that. It doesn't matter whether you are processing something else. You can still do the express entry. Mhm. Um, Gloria, I don't know what you mean. Can a father come with his children and no wife? Why? Is the man a widow or what? Why no wife? I want to understand. Hey, Emmanuel. No, this is not Emmanuel. Emmanuel, when you do your eligibility, you would find out your score. There's no way someone with 1 year of experience will get the same point to someone with 10 years of experience. It's not possible. Yeah. So Crown FS. Um, um, I don't think you watched the webinar from the beginning. So maybe you go and watch it. Yeah. Go and watch it from the beginning. So you would see the answer to your question. So Ibrahim, I'm sorry, our system is not structured that way. We don't have half payment, so our system is not structured. So maybe you wait till Tuesday when you have the full amount, and then you can make the payment. Okay, how to get PNP, Rahim? So no, not this one. Okay, my wife did the IELT. She has 6 points. What is 6 points? Does she have six in everything? Six in reading. If she has six in the four of them, she qualifies. There's somebody asked a question. How did I miss that question? Mm. If you have a question, what if you have a question during the masterclass? So when you're in the masterclass, you have my email address. We have email support. You can always send email. Yeah, so you have my contact. It's not like I'm giving you masterclass and running away. You can always ask questions. I don't know why you think you will have questions. The masterclass is clear. So, but if you do have questions, please, by all means, send us an email. Is it compulsory? No, how can we get the recorded video here on YouTube? The recorded video will be here on YouTube. Is it compulsory to evaluate your credentials and write IELTS? Busayo, YES. Yes, it is compulsory. Very compulsory. You cannot create an express entry profile without doing that. Okay, a lot of you, I think you joined late. Can the educational level boost your CRS scores? Yes, it can. Can someone create more than one knock? No, only one. Let me look at the questions. I don't know what you mean by this. Do I need to pay for the masterclass and IELTS at the same time? Uh, IELTS is a different organization now. You pay for IELTS when you are ready to write the exam. You're not paying IELTS to me, oh, you're paying to IELTS organization. Um, Okay, this is a great question, Ifeoluwa. When you are successful, are you given a specific time to come over? You can come at any time of your choice. So you are given a specific time, yes. So if you get an ITA and they give you a confirmation of permanent residence, they give you a time, a date that you must come to Canada by. Yeah, they do. So you can come and go back, but you must enter Canada, okay, by that date. Michael, I'm sure if you go on Google and type Canada website, it will give you the answer, okay? I don't spoon feed people. So go on Google and type what is the Canada official website. It will give you what the website is. Okay? Sorry about that. Um okay guys, I said we were going to take questions for 10 minutes and we've taken questions for 15 minutes. So I'm going to do another 5 more minutes and then that will be it. So I see that people are asking questions that I've already answered. Can someone create more than one knock? Yes, you can create. No, you cannot. You have to use one knock. It's only IELTS General and CELPIP. No other English exam is acceptable. Um, so we have videos and PDFs. Hudson. The masterclass is made up of video, PDFs, templates, letters. I said it when I was giving the presentation. Okay, so for those of you who are asking specific questions, you will need to book a consultation, because that's not what this webinar. I said ask questions of a general nature. Okay. Biniam, you're asking if an agent or any representative can help you to get PNP. I don't really understand what that question is, how it is. I don't know how an agent can help you get PNP, but they can help you with the process, but they cannot help you get the PNP, but they can help you do the process if that's what you mean. So people that are asking me how you can increase your CRS score, go and get the masterclass. You'll find out how to do that. What is CRS? This person, you came late to Adedayo. Comprehensive ranking score. If you don't know what CRS is, that means you don't know what Express Entry is. Go and watch from the beginning. You cannot create more than one knock. Elizabeth, I've already answered that question. Beautiful question, Victor. How long does it take to get nominated in the pool? I don't know. It depends on how you meet the score. So you stay in the pool until you meet the CRS score, or until the province picks you, or until you are picked. How long that will take, nobody can say. I don't have like a, that ball that will tell you what happens in the future. I don't know. So good question. I like this question. Can the medical condition of a family member also disqualify? Yes. So for the express entry, everybody in your family has to qualify. Everybody that you have put as your family members have to qualify. Okay. Okay, guys, we have what? 5 more minutes. 5 more. You need to ask me questions that I can answer. If you're asking me questions that we've already talked about in the presentation, I won't answer. And if you're asking me questions that I've already answered, I will not answer. If you're asking me what is the website for IELTS, I will not answer because Google can tell you that. Yeah, just go and type it. What is the website to do IELTS in my city? They will tell you. If you're a truck driver, if you're a welder, if you're a security guy, there's no discrimination. Yeah, as long as your NOC, your national occupation classification qualifies, you qualify. Please, if you haven't gotten the masterclass, there are so many questions you are asking that shows that you need the masterclass. Yeah, if you don't know what a NOC is, the NOC is the national occupation classification that qualifies you based on your occupation. Go and reach out to the person that invited you. They will share a link with you. If you missed out on the presentation, you're just joining now, rewind, go from the beginning and go and start there. And don't forget the 2 special bonuses that you get, the list of category-based occupations, yeah, and also the 2 IELTS tutorial websites that will help you get the highest IELTS score. So we have just a couple more minutes and I will see if there's any new questions here. People asking me about age limit. Olumide, go and watch the replay. I talked about that. Hey, doctor, this is your question. How can children who are 8 years write IELTS exam? I'm so sorry, I'm laughing. Oh my God, you just made my day. No, children do not write IELTS. It's you, the parent that wants to carry them. You're the one that will write the exam. Why do you want to put that burden on children? It's only the parents that will write IELTS, not children. I like this question as well. No, not you. Someone asked if your highest education, that is it here. Someone asked, if your highest degree is from the USA, do you need evaluation? Yes, madam or sir, you need evaluation. It is only if you schooled in Canada that you don't need it. If you schooled anywhere else, you do need it. Okay. Um, you do need it. Okay. Give us the link. No agent. What is the link now? The link to where now? It's like some people just ask the questions over and over. I've answered your question. You are still asking it again. If you want to chat with me privately, get the masterclass. You will also see my contact details in the masterclass, or you can leave your questions here. I'll still come back and answer the questions after the live is over. But I do need to release you people so that those who have things to do can go do them. Someone is asking, how can we get the masterclass? It seems you are just coming. This Biniam. This is second time you're asking question. You're just coming. Go and watch the replay. You will see how to get the masterclass. Okay. Um. Yeah. You don't remember what the bonus is, Chukwemeka. Okay, I will tell you. These are the bonuses. List of category-based occupations. All the category-based occupations. All of them. All. God knows how many hundreds of them. All of them. And then 2 IELTS tutorial websites that can help you get the highest IELTS score. I practice with only those two websites. There are so many websites on YouTube and everywhere that will confuse you. You just need these two. If you have these two, you're fine. Those two alone can help you get the highest scores. Yeah. You just need those two so that you don't get confused. Okay. If your evaluation has not been, if where's that question now? God, the question that I want is just running away. Oh, this is an amazing question. Someone said the study route and the express entry, which one is better? Oh my goodness, they are both good. So stop looking at it as an either or. See it as a comprehensive thing. Yeah. You can, if you're a student or using the study route, you can still use the express entry. My recommendation is do it side by side. Do it side by side. That's my recommendation. So amazing question, Temitope. The masterclass is limited to one person. Yeah. So we are only going to support one person. One person, just you. If you are sending questions about you and somebody else, we're going to limit your access. It's for you. If your siblings want it, let them get theirs. So the rest of you are asking me questions that can only be answered by the masterclass, and I see that we've already gone beyond our time. I want to say I am grateful to everybody who joined today. I hope that I was able to put you through, able to explain what the express entry is, the benefits of the express entry, why you should still consider the express entry even if you're 40, 50 years. I've talked about the category-based draws and, the beauty of being in the express entry pool. Yeah. Even though you feel that your scores are low, you can, so long as if you can speak French and you can take the French exam, or you can get 6 months of work experience in any of these category-based draw occupations, you may be able to get an invitation to apply for permanent residency. I'm giving 2 bonuses. One is the 2 websites that I also use. You don't need any more. It's just those 2. They will help you so long as you can practice with them. And then the list of category-based occupations, the actual jobs, the actual roles, and their knock code for you to go and see if you can get a job there and start qualifying for under that knock. Okay. I think I've taken all the questions that I can take. I don't know why somebody's asking about caregiver pilot. People that are saying that you were invited on Instagram, the way that I think Instagram works is that somebody puts that advert on Instagram. So if you click on that ad, it will take you to the person. So if no one invited you, for to this webinar, please type in the comments that nobody invited me. Please send me the link. Okay. I was not invited by anyone. Send me the link. Put it in the comments and I'm going to respond back to you. Okay. Just put it in the comments. Nobody invited me. How do I make a purchase? Put it in the comments so that we don't waste everybody's time here. I will respond to all of you one by one. If you have more questions, also leave it and I will respond to you. So, guys, thank you so much, so much. I really appreciate you always taking the time to come to these webinars. Our next webinar is going to be in the month of May. I don't know the particular date, but we're going to be talking about studying Canada. I'm going to be talking a bit more about, how you can be successful to study in Canada, especially with all these changes in terms of attestation letter, changes in post-graduation work permit, changes with spousal open work permit. So many changes are happening. We're going to talk about the changes, how it affects you, and what you can do to also still be able to come to Canada to study despite these changes. But please make sure that you are also giving yourself a lot of chances by getting the express entry as well, okay? Because you are also increasing your chances. You're increasing your chances, okay? By getting the express entry masterclass. You can apply express entry study route at the same time. I wish you all the best, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget that the replay is also here. If nobody invited you, leave me a message and I will get back to you. If you still have questions, leave it in the comments. I will answer you between today and tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. I really love all of you and thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have lots of amazing videos on the channel. Subscribe, click the notification button, like this webinar, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Thank you, guys. Bye.